What's up, everybody? It's your boy Chaos, and welcome to a new episode of Take It to the Table, hosted by Wrestling Republic. I am joined by none other than the regular guest, and that is Soul. Welcome to the show, Soul. How you doing today?
Good. Not on the tipsy scale yet, but I'm getting there. So let's proceed with the show, shall we?
Yeah, this guy is not playing, y'all. So basically, before we went live, he basically said he's almost done with one. Is it glass or a bottle?
One bottle of Jack Daniel's Tennessee whiskey. Oh, hell yeah.
Hey, shout out to JD. I do love me a nice little JD with a little shot of Coke,
Yeah.
you know.
Hell
But
yeah.
yeah.
Has to be Coke, not Pepsi.
Of course, yeah, of course. But yeah, we are here going to be talking about AEW Dynamite that has just been and gone last night. We're gonna go through all the segments, all the promos, all the craziness, or the debuts, surprise debuts, and of course the matches, and give our overall thoughts and rating of the episode. So yeah, but of course, as always, before we get into that, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. It goes a long way, helps the algorithm and all that, and plus you'll be notified of all future sometimes we go live and all the future videos that'll be going up. All right, so before we get into it, let's take it to the table. Okay, all right. So Dynamite, pretty strong start, or pretty decent episode, would you say?
Strong is the exact word I use. Just like Jack Daniel's whiskey, it's strong, brother.
Are you sure you're not sponsored by them, bro?
What? No, just this tattoo and patches all over, and they're just gonna have a banner flying across any minute now.
He's just waiting for that little that little call from the man himself saying,
we add money. I need those sponsorships. I need that deals.
So yeah, from the get-go, it's very rare that AEW really slips, in my opinion. I'm not just a fanboy, it's just the way I call it. And this episode was no different. It was a solid episode. Good, cool moments. A surprise debut, or two. I think, was it two surprise debuts?
One, wasn't it?
Just one. It was just one. There's along the stream, or sorry, along the show, there was news coming out that they've signed 3 people. One pretty much blurted at himself and didn't care. But yeah, we'll get into that later on. But yeah, first off, of course, the episode started with which was the tag team battle royale. This was okay. What did you think of it?
I thought it was great. It was just fun. It was keyword fun. There was a lot of great. You could just on my head right now. There's many spots that I can think of that were just great. Santana Ortiz with the Gun Club 2.0 doing stuff as well. Private Party as well. Matt Hardy on the outside. Don Silver was over as fuck as he is because he's Johnny Hungee, and you do not disrespect the Meat Man. The Meat Man. Trent Barrett was really strong in this as well. Holy shit, he lasted way longer than I thought he was gonna.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was good. Yeah, but I definitely feel like I had a good feeling who was gonna win it, and I was right who was gonna win it.
Yeah. I think because of that, for me, I think that's what kind of took it out of me a little bit. Like I couldn't get invested or like proper into it because the writing was on the wall for for a number of weeks. It was one of the two. And the outcome was no surprise. But yeah, but I think because of that, everyone to me that was there were just the scoobers. They were just there just to fill up spots. And
if you definitely look at this battle royal and the way the eliminations work, you can definitely see who AEW feel like are top tag teams and who are there to help out. I mean,
especially at the end.
To be fair, with like who the guys were left as the top tag teams, that's pretty much all you need.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, definitely. But yeah, it was pretty much, it didn't drag on too long. It was pretty much getting thrown out left, right, and center quite quickly. Butcher and the Blade kept put a decent shift in as well, especially the Butcher. He was taking out a lot of people at the end.
I would definitely say the MVPs of this match were Trent Barretta or Kyle O'Reilly.
Yes, yeah, definitely.
Kyle was fucking just a machine in that match. I've never really seen much of Kyle in the ring, but that spot with him, I think Dax Harwood, of just like kicks and ducks, and then Dax goes in for a quick DDT. It was like, ooh, spicy.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, he can go definitely. You see little glimpse of that back in NXT when he went a bit solo, but yeah, he's definitely a dark horse. But yeah, at the end, I think it was just one half of certain tag teams that were left, wasn't it? So it was
it was FTR, Young
Mhm.
Bucks, Red Dragon, Best Friends, Dark Order. I
Yeah.
think that was it.
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah. And then all in all, it came down mainly to the Young Bucks. Well, I think it was. Is it Matt or is it Nick? Which one was it?
Matt Jackson.
It was Matt Jackson, and then it was Kyle O'Reilly, and then it was it
the
Beretta?
Man. No, it was John Silver.
Oh, sorry, John Silver. Yeah, that was it. Sorry.
You're not
So it looked like
the Meat Man.
so it was. So I think Kyle O'Reilly was basically trying to go for some type of finisher. He said he couldn't lift it because his arm was fucked prior or during that match. So he was like pointing to Matt to say like, throw him out for me. And then obviously Matt threw out John Silver. Then Kyle O'Reilly, the dirty dog that he is, came up from behind at the same time and threw out Matt Jackson at this as well as John Silver. And Red Dragon has qualified to advance to the Revolution pay-per-view to face Jurassic Express.
In a triple threat tag team match, which we don't know the other team is.
Yeah, so of course next week there'll be another battle royale where the Young Bucks will have and all those other teams will have a second chance basically to join that triple threat match.
We both know. I think we both know the Young Bucks are going to win next week's.
Yeah, I think it's a safe bet. And I think that's the thing. It's because it's so obvious. Like there's certain matches that can get away with it, like as in who the person's going to win. So, but as long as that actually happens and the match is great, you don't really mind it. But for some reason, for this one, because the writing has been on the wall for quite a while now, I just want the qualifiers to get out of the way and then just go to the pay-per-view. Like we don't even need these qualifiers because we all know the writing's on the wall. So that's why it doesn't really work for it. Well, for me anyway. But I'm still here for it. Can't wait for it. Jurassic Express, Red Dragon, and Young Bucks. It's gonna be great. Of course, at the end of that match, there was a little bust up at the end with Young Bucks and Red Dragon. There was like saying like we had a deal, we was gonna win this one, and then you get next week's. But then Kyle O'Reilly was like, not my problem. And then at the end, shortly after, Hangman Adam Page came out and basically just took out the Red Dragon. There was people were wondering if obviously the Young Bucks was gonna go and try and interfere. They said, hey, they're all yours, man.
It ain't our fight. It ain't our fight.
They ain't our fight. That's it, man. And then so he was carrying, beating him down. Then of course the other Adam came out, and they started brawling. Yeah, what did you think of that whole build up? What was your thoughts on that?
So I want to highlight one thing from that was just Bobby Fish talking shite at Page while Page was sitting in the chair, like Page doing like, this is story time of Adam Page, baby, and Bobby's just like, you can't say that, that's his shit, that's his stick, that's copyright infringement. And Bobby was a fucking star in that segment, just talking utter bollocks while Page is just speaking like, you're not even a cowboy, what are you building pits for, mate, for fuck's sake.
I'd have to watch it again and see what exactly was saying, but there were moments I caught that he was just mouthing off against them. That was pretty hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It was a decent promo. For some reason, it was. I think because Edge is doing it a lot lately, it gave me a lot of Edge vibes. Because obviously he's sitting in the chair in the middle of the ring. It was a bit off-putting for me. But either way,
I wouldn't know because I don't watch Raw.
Good man. Fair enough.
That's my time.
But yeah, it was a good little segment. Obviously Hangman Adam Page is going to be facing Adam Cole for the AEW World Title at Revolution, which should be a barn burner. Shout out to JR. So yeah, that of course happened, and then the next segment was of course I believe it was MJF coming out. Boy, was this just great. So so let's try and break it down. So of course MJF came out looking pretty, somber, pretty much, just a bit down. Then obviously he went into a little story mode. And he basically said how he suffers from ADD. And but CM Punk actually took him out of the darkness, and he's the one that pushed him further. He ended up being in the NFL team, I believe, or like the football team. And even though he got into the football team before he was going to be accepted, all his other teammates beat him down with nickel bags. And it all like threw them at him, and then he said like pick him up, Jew boy, and all that kind of stuff, all this derogatory stuff. And then obviously that's during that time, I think that's when he said that CM Punk left, which was 2014, I believe. Was it 2014?
January.
Yeah,
2014.
He was out January of 2014. And he was like he can't believe his hero left, so he actually went to school, gave up on his dreams, all that stuff. And then he said, was it January 20? Was it 2015? He said
2015 or 2015, I think.
2015. He basically said he saw a photo with CM Punk shaking hands with Bryan Danielson, and apparently he said that he was livid with that. And that's when he said, "Screw school. I'm gonna go out there and be the best in the world in best wrestler out there with the promo. He practiced in the mirror, all this stuff, worked his ass off." And he did it in spite of CM Punk. And he also said that he's when it comes to the dark color match, I'm not gonna quit because I'm not gonna end up like what you did, which was beautiful sting right there. And then he was also saying like he's this dumb, hopeless, ADD Jewish kid is going to he's not going to give up. Basically, CM Punk came out and he was just like dumbfounded. He was just like, what you're saying true? Is it true? You see MJF obviously crying tears, and he basically mouthed saying it's true, and then he walks out the ring, and then that was the end of the promo. What's your thoughts? I want to get your thoughts on this promo. What do you think of this?
I'm going to do something interesting. I'm just going to say, watch the promo. I can't do it justice with my words. Go to AEW's YouTube page, go to their Instagram, and just watch it. It's less than 10 minutes. That will do it justice.
It's masterful. It's absolutely masterful. Like, this guy is one of the greatest guys on the mic in any promotion, I think. It was delivered perfectly. It seems that. Do you think he's being legit though?
I feel like he's going to be next week. He's going to act like a babyface again, and Punk is going to be like, either the way they could do it is that next week he acts all babyface and Punk comes in and maybe starts to call off the match or something like that, and then MJF just hits him and then be like, haha, fool, I tricked you. Or at Revolution, the match goes on and MJF won't, instigate anything, and Punk shows a more heel side and just keeps beating him to get the win, until finally Punk looks down and be like, what have I become? And then just MJF goes for a low blow and a roll up.
See, and this is the beauty of it. That this could go either way. I'm fine with either one of those. You know what I mean?
They could do a storyline that lasts until next week or the pay-per-view. They could keep this mysterious face thing. They could do a double turn.
Yeah.
Which,
but I don't know. Like, is it time for a face MJF? I mean,
the only
I'm not bored of this.
Yeah, the only thing I don't see about that is what would happen to Wardlow.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Well, I more feel like that this is just MJF doing mind games on Punk, and then Wardlow will win the ladder match, get a TNT title shot, and then there'll be a feud with Wardlow turning face with the TNT Championship against MJF.
Yeah, probably more leading to that. Yeah, that's more. I don't think it's gonna go to a full face turn. But right now I can't call who could win that match. And the thing is, I'm fine with either winner. Whether CM Punk wins or MJF can go on boast and saying that he beat CM Punk 3 times. Yeah, it could go either way. But this segment was, and it was refreshing as well. It didn't feel,
it didn't feel like MJF.
Standard.
It didn't feel like an MJF promo. It felt like he came out, cutting out is like just his music, stopped talking about it, and he went into this deep personal thing. And even if you saw on Twitter afterwards, he was very humble. It was like, that's the hardest thing I've ever had to do. Thank you for like listening and stuff like that. And a part of you is like, damn, I feel bad for his brother. And then another half's like, yeah, but where's the swerve coming? Where's the fuck's
Yeah.
this fucking tear out our heart and play with our fucking heart chords shit coming up?
100%, 100%. It could go either way, but I'm here for it. This is pretty much one of the, if not the hottest feud on AEW right now. And yeah, it's gonna be crazy. I envy anyone that's gonna be seeing that live in person. That's what I'm gonna say.
I'm excited. Happy days.
In case you're wondering, or what I'm saying, basically, Soul is actually he's booked his ticket. He's actually going to Revolution, so he's gonna be there in person, seeing all that, and I'm fucking hating for it. So
First
just
ever wrestling event as well, which is kind of surreal.
say again.
It's my first ever wrestling event live as well. So,
Oh man, what a great way to start an AEW pay-per-view as well, man. Happy for you. Envious, but I'm happy for you. But yeah, so that segment, of course, happened. Next up was, of course, the tag team match between the House of Black. See, they changed the name of this. It's either House of Black or is it the Kings of the Night Black Throne? It's weird.
So here it is. House of Black is the faction.
Yeah.
Kings of the Black Throne is the tag team name.
That's what I'm saying. But this is obviously the tag team. That's what. So you see what I mean? It's kind of conflicting. So it's really
conflicting.
Weird.
Technically, if you were to look at this, it should technically be Death Triangle as well, because aren't they Death Triangle or?
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
And I can see with the House of Black, it should technically be Kings of the Black Throne as well, because that's the tag team name. So yeah, there's a bit of misconception there.
Definitely. But anyway, like I said, yeah, House of Black versus Penta and Zero Miedo. And I was going through this Black Persona, and Pac. This was a decent match. Aleister Black being Malachi Black. Malachi Black. It was being Malachi Black. Brody King. I'm still not fully sold on this Brody King guy. You know, there was only that one sweet spot where he picked up Penta onto Pac and he chopped him for him to do a poison Rama. That was freaking nice.
You know what's interesting about Brody King? I was listening to Jericho's interview with him on Jericho's podcast. Apparently, he's only been doing wrestling for less than 10 years.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
And
I've got more admiration for the guy now. Like less than 10 years of experience, and he's doing that kind of stuff. I'm happy with it. I like the guy. I think he's great.
Yeah, fair play.
What did you think of Penta's entrance?
See, how I watched it, it didn't show his entrance, so I need to find out where it is. I haven't seen it because he just cut straight to the match, so I didn't get to see it.
Oh, it's pretty cool.
Cool. I'll look out for it then. Yeah, I had a bad aerial. That's why I had. Yeah, I just
upgrade that.
That too. But yeah, this was a decent match. It was cool. The ending where Malachi Black was trying to give Penta the Black Mist. Penta said, "Nope, fuck all that. Hold it," and he covered his mouth. And apparently, that was so acidic that it was burning the insides of Malachi Black's throat. And he was pretty much out for a little bit. But eventually, who won that match? Was it
Penta and Pac won?
Penta, yeah, Penta and Pac won that match. At the end, there was obviously they attacked him. House of Black obviously attacked him from behind. Then he got the golden shovel that Cody Rhodes left.
All his lost properties there, just like in the back. Like, all right, who wants this shit? Penta, you want the shovel? Do you take that? Ricky Starks, you want the neck tattoo? Here you go, pal. Who wants Cody's solving racism card? Here you go. You can have that. Who wants Road to the Top season 3? Oh, I do. Here you go. John Silver's got a show on the network. I'll take that. Thank you very much.
I like that. Lost property.
Who's going to get his elevator entrance? I wonder that.
For a second, I thought it was going to be Jade Cargill. The way the camera was, it looked like she was going to come from the middle, but no, she didn't get it. That would have been funny. But yeah, she was about to basically crush the throat of Penta. Then of course the lights went out. JR was just getting pissed, like the lights are always going out. What's going on here?
Who's paying the electricity bill in this place, for fuck's sake? Go and top up the meter.
Stanford was just down the road. They're probably sucking up all the freaking juice from everywhere else. But then of course the lights came up, and of course it was none other than Buddy Matthews. He finally joined AEW. He was the elusive figure in the back of last week's promo that Malachi Black did. And yeah, he was having a little stare down, although he was teasing like he was gonna attack Malachi Black. Then of course he went and attacked Pac and Penta at the end. So it looks like he's also joining the House of Black, even though there was some weirdness in between. Like he was like Malachi threw Buddy off Pac, and then he was like obviously just telling him to do certain stuff, and he was a bit hesitant, or they were having like weird stare downs.
I feel like Malachi's cognition with that is he's bringing in someone who's dangerous and he knows who can fuck shit up, but he's very on edge, unhinged sort of thing. He's like, I can bring him into his faction, but I've got to control him and make him know who's the boss.
Yeah.
But how fucking ripped is Buddy Matthews, by the way?
I was just about to say as well, that guy is looking real jacked, baby. In the words of Booker T, looking real jacked.
Like the bank engine with a fucking 8-pack here. Jesus Christ.
It's crazy. This is why I've been. It's the worst kept secret, even though he's known as the secret. But yeah, I think it was just inevitable that he was going to go to AEW. It took a bit longer than I anticipated, but yeah, I'm glad that he's there. He's going to have some awesome matches with whoever, especially him against Pac. Are you mad? Him against Penta? Are you mad?
Him against Starks.
Him against Starks.
Lethal.
Who?
Jay Lethal.
Him against Dante Martin. Hey. Dante Martin is my future, like he's my future prospect. Like he's the one. He's gonna go.
He's gonna be your main in the AEW video game. Who you maining? I'm maining Dante Martin, mate. Ooh.
Oh yeah, 100%, 110%. Yeah, there's so many possibilities, and yeah, I think he's just gonna shine. He probably might not be champion, maybe a tag team champion, maybe in the future, but either way, I think he's gonna be used even properly now, and he's not going to be associated with Aaliyah Mysterio or
no, he's dumped Aaliyah, and he's now friendship ended with Aaliyah, friendship with Malachi now, pretty much.
basically.
I'll tell you what, for the House of Black, I still want Abaddon in the house.
Yes, I'm down for that.
Still want her in. Have Brody and Malachi be the tag team, Buddy like the cruiserweight TNT guy, and Abaddon the TBS or women's thing. Just that's how you do it. Come on, I want to see more Abaddon on TV.
Yeah, I'm down for that, 110%. So yeah, that was a decent segment. Good introduction to Buddy, Buddy Matthews, and of course, it's been confirmed that he is All Elite, so he is part of the roster right now, the forever expanding roster. So that should be good. Let's check on the comments. Matthew, welcome back to the show, Matthew. He has actually commented and saying #sold for TNT champion 2025.
Oh, you know it, boy. I'll be the most heel motherfucker in all of England. Get that justice for Braveheart.
Get justice for Braveheart.
Justice for Mary, the Queen of Scots. Yeah, fucking
do it better than Drew McIntyre ever could.
Oh, basically. Exactly. Drew McIntyre. I'll make a new united front with Conor McGregor from Ireland and some random sheepshagger from Wales. We'll take on the English Empire.
Fuck it. Why fucking not? He's also come with another comment. I wonder if they'll reference Matthews injuring Black's eye in WWE a few years ago. So, no, they won't. Why would they do that?
Maybe that could be the reason for Malachi's weird eye thingy.
Wait, but no. Oh, yeah, no, he did actually injure him. Yeah, of course, I forgot.
Long-term storytelling.
They could, and he probably feels bad and he's joining. Maybe, I don't know, because he hasn't lost that patch.
Step over. Tony Khan with his expanded universe. He's the real fucking storyline master.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, he has carried some other stuff, like obviously with Kyle O'Reilly and all that stuff. So he does carry it over. So who knows? Who knows?
Best booker.
But I think it all depends on how far back is. I mean, it was a few years ago. I think it was maybe like a year and a bit. But like this recent, like everyone remembers it, then he's probably carry it on. But that happened quite a while back, so maybe not. We'll see. But anyway, moving on. There was of course a little face-to-face confrontation between Eddie Kingston and Chris Jericho. Now, this was a bit better than what I thought it would be, to be honest.
Agreed.
Um,
Agreed.
I love Eddie Kingston when he's on the mic. He just feels like he did not. It's all natural. It's not planned. He's just going off the cuff. And yeah, the chemistry between him and Jericho was freaking sweet. So of course Kingston said it threw a little few barbs in there. He was like,
It's like
he's
sports
like, what?
entertainment.
Yeah, it was like, what we doing here? Yo, TK, bring out flipping Chris Statlander
Nightingale.
and Nightingale out. Let them take this spot because we don't need this shit. This is a wrestling company. This if you want sports entertainment, go down the block, my man. They're down there. Like, take your ass over there. And then Jericho came back saying, like, I know this is not sports entertainment, but I'm a sports entertainment guy. I'm going to give you entertainment, but the difference is that this is going to be much better. Like, this is going to be actually entertaining. So he's obviously just throwing barbs at him, saying, that you're a loser. When they mentioned that you was gonna come here, I didn't even know who you were. And you're just always afraid to basically succeed. You had a crazy match with for the TNT title with what's his name, which was a dirty dig to Cody Rhodes.
Ooh, we're already Arrow 404. This guy already. Jesus Christ.
He basically Jericho basically Thanosed him. Was it? So that was that. And then Kingston was like, I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to talk to you anymore. This is fight. Me and you at Revolution. Done. You know what I mean? And then Jericho eventually, before keeping going on saying he's a La Champion, Demo God, influencer, all that kind of stuff, he eventually says, yeah, I'm gonna, all right, you're on. I'm gonna face you at Revolution. If you beat me, then of course, what did he say? If you beat me, then you will have my respect, and you will actually be making into the big leagues, kind of thing. And then that was it. But I thought it was a solid promo between them two. They just worked together, and I really enjoyed it. It wasn't too on the nose with all the shots at WWE and stuff, but which also pisses me off when people actually complain about that stuff, because I love it. It's really fun,
Yeah, I was looking back on Dynamite, and the only real ones who I've seen ever take shots at WWE were Cody.
Yeah, he's the one that did the most.
Cody did the throne shit. He did like calling out the lines.
Yeah.
Everything, but everyone else was just like, I'm just here at a company, mate. I'm just working. What the fuck is the problem? I know they put you in a polka dot fucking gimp suit for half a decade, but I mean, hey, come on, man.
And it's just hilarious that he's going back there as well.
He's going to go back there if Vince is going to dust off the Stardust gimp suit. Like, here you go. It's like a sad clown with the makeup
on. But then again, also CM Punk as well, but that's understandable. But he's not
Punk.
going.
It's Punk. Everyone wants Punk to talk shit about WWE because they fired him on his fucking wedding day and nearly killed the guy. So he's got fair rights.
Yeah, understandable, of course. But yeah, it was a solid one. What did you think of this one? If I asked you that already.
Just watching this, it reminded me back to when I first saw Eddie Kingston at all. Was at TNT Open Challenge with Cody. And look at him now. He's one of the most over motherfuckers on the roster. I didn't know who he was as well until then. I was like, I remember the whole Sign Kingston hashtag that was going around at the time when he debuted in AEW. And he's just amazing. He's so natural. He's grand. Also just that funny line where like Jericho was like, do you know what some random word was? And just Kingston was like, nah, I got a GED, mate. What are you on about?
That was hilarious. that was really hilarious, man. He's just so quick. He's just on the ball. It's crazy. Never change Eddie Kingston, but yeah, we got a couple more weeks. I think maybe one more week of this promo stuff. So if they just keep on doing promos, don't stop brawling. We don't need that. Just do promos, and I'm fine with that. This Jericho I like. This one is fine.
Jericho is always better as a heel.
Yeah,
there's some good moments as a babyface. Like I would say, the champion stuff was really good up to MJF, but after that it went downhill.
Yeah, GFY. No, that doesn't
No,
work. I know you get
top
certain
team.
words over, but not GFY. I'm sorry, no.
No, like the whole Dan Lambert American Top Team stuff. The only thing that I really liked off that were two things. Was probably the promo that they did with American Top Team on a Dynamite and the match
Yes.
at Full Gear. I thought the match at Full Gear was okay for what it was.
Hmm. Yeah.
But other than that, I'm not fussed.
Yeah. Yeah. Of course. Of course. Of course. So of course that happened. So that has been booked in for Revolution. So that is Eddie Kingston versus Chris Jericho. Then next up was, of course, talking about Revolution. This was the face of the Revolution qualifier match between Ricky Starks and Dark Order's 10, who's quite over, believe it or not, which is pretty cool. But yeah, Ricky Starks and Dark. This was okay. It was, that I kind of the right was this
It was
was
what it needed to be.
Yes, yeah, that's the one way to put it. Yeah, it was a typical TV match. The right again for this one, the writing was on the wall. Don't really remember much of this one, but yeah, like you say, it was what it needed to be. At the end of it, it was Ricky Starks that won, and he is going forward to the Face of the Revolution ladder match, which now consists of Ricky Starks, Powerhouse Hobbs, Keith Lee, and Wardlow. So still a big meat fest, but we'll see.
It's
gonna be crazy.
like a 10-inch Subway meat fest, my friend.
It's crazy, like how many people are there, and all those heavy guys climbing up ladders is gonna be hilarious. And who can catch that sonic ring / hemorrhoid ring / brass ring that Vince left backstage. It's all those things. That's what I call it. So yeah, that was all right. Like you say, it was what it was. Next up was, of course, the TBS Championship match, which was Jade Cargill versus the Bunny for the TBS Championship, Women's Championship, I should say. This one as well, for me, I say it is what it was. It needed what it needed to be. Which put over, of course, Jade Cargill. I didn't see why. I mean, when they said it was the Bunny, I felt like, okay, this is a throwaway match, because I don't think she warranted. She hasn't done much to warranted a championship match. So that's why it didn't really feel like there was any high stakes in this. But what's your thoughts on this match?
Probably the worst match on the card. Did you notice the botch where Jade didn't kick out?
No, I did not see that.
So
to be honest, at the same time, at the same time, I was not really watching it. I was like on my phone kind of thing and just having it in the background.
On his phone, looking at Jade Cargill's Instagram page, just drooling away. Man,
this isn't about me. I just carry on. What was your thought?
Yeah. Man's got needs. Yeah. So I think it was near the end of the match. Bunny went for the cover on Jade. 1, 2, and you see Audrey have to like swerve her arm like a fucking curvature because Jade doesn't kick out, and it was like, oh, we could have seen a title change there.
Oh, God damn it, Jade! Almost fucked up everything.
Props to Audrey for being able to avoid that.
Yeah. Oh man, that's not good luck. I mean, I know she's still kind of green, but come on now, you're on Dynamite. You can't get away with that all the time.
How do you feel about that though? Them giving a green wrestler a championship and an undefeated reign.
I mean, WWE has done it a lot of times, and sometimes it works, but but yeah, it's a bit tricky. They shouldn't be doing that. Matthew says, has the Bunny done anything eventful the whole time she's been in AEW?
I would say the New Year's match on Rampage.
Yeah,
the hardcore one.
That is her highlight, even though she lost, but that was her highlight. That's what made me actually believe her as being a legit wrestler. I'm pretty sure she's known in the indies and whatnot, but
she had a good feud with Maria Kanellis on Impact, which led to Chelsea Green going as the hot mess character. There was that big storyline.
Right. Okay. Fair enough. I didn't know she was even.
That's the only other notable thing that I know of the Bunny, from which she went by Ali, but she's also married to the Blade. Is it? She's married to the Blade. So
that's why they put them together. Makes sense. Okay, cool. Fair enough. Nice one, Blade. Nice. Fair enough.
Round of applause from the council. The council.
Yes. So Yeah, this was all right. It was okay. Besides like notable botches, I need to go back and watch the match and see if I can see it. Um, but yeah, this was all right. Again, of course, Jade Cargill retained. Her streak has now gone up to 28-0, doing
Beating the
way better than
Undertaker.
Undertaker ever could.
Oh, Undertaker, sit back, boy. There's a
Yeah,
new
sit
theme
back.
on in
I would love for her to say some little dig like this is better than the dead man ever could do, or some shit like something would be
You
pretty
know,
hilarious.
at that point, someone's gonna be like, "No, that's not fair. That's absolute bullshit. You can't say that about my man, the Taker." Shut up, you pellet.
So of course she was obviously boasting about her streak, and she was saying, well, I've cleared out the division, who's next? And then out comes Ty Conti. So yeah, I mean, I don't think she's gonna win it. I mean, she's a more worthy contender. It's more believable.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
I
she's
think she could.
sorry,
I think she will.
you think she will beat Jade Cargill?
I think so.
Oh, okay.
Because
What?
who would you have beat Jade?
That's the thing. I don't know anyone else, but I mean, it's too soon to stop the streak right now.
What
She's
about
just
maybe Jamie Hayter, who's with
who?
Britt Baker?
Oh, Jamie Hayter. Maybe if she gets more wins and more notable wins under her belt, because she's always mainly on dark and stuff, ain't she?
Pretty much.
Yeah, like just get her more, because like even though you can rack up wins on dark and stuff, it doesn't matter. It has to be another Dynamite or Rampage. So
Who
um,
trying to
I
think
think
who
she
actually
needs to
could
get
take the title. Who could take the title of Jade? I mean, Statlander?
maybe. I think she's due a title from either the AEW or TBS. One of them she's due a title reign for sure. Because everyone else has had their reigns. Rio's already had hers. Hikaru
Shida.
Shida. Serena Deeb is also due one, but you can't do a heel
Oh
to
yeah,
heel.
no, Deeb needs one. Scratch it.
Yeah,
Fuck everything else in the pile. Put it in the folder for later down the line. Deeb moves up the ranks.
yeah. That's probably she's a strong one. Matthew actually comes out and says Forbidden Door choice, Deonna Purrazzo.
We're gonna have
Oh,
the female belt collector now. Ooh, because she's Ring of Honor and Impact. So no, she's not Impact, is she?
she was or she is.
No,
No,
she's
Mickey James is. Mickey James is right now.
she's Ring of Honor. What other one is it? What the fuck other belt is she?
GCW? I don't fucking know.
It's one of those. It's one of those other companies.
Fair enough. Deonna Purrazzo, maybe down the line, maybe not too. It's too soon.
Now, if you want a Forbidden Door winner, make it Maki Ito.
I don't know who that is, but fair enough. Is that New Japan?
Yeah, Stardom. I think she's
okay.
Stardom.
Oh, Stardom. Okay.
She's like an idol wrestler.
Right. Okay. Maybe. Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, we'll see what happens. They all keep on teasing that they're doing more collaborations with New Japan, or at least just show up on the TV on Dynamite. I'm fine with that. But yeah, it's totally open as to who. I think if Jamie Hayter does it, she has to obviously split from Britt Baker, her own thing, and be a worthy challenger, 110%. But yeah, it's true that she is.
Baker does lose the title to Rosa at Revolution, and then Hayter wins a title. It could maybe be like a bit of friction. Like, hey, I'm the leader of this faction. I deserve the title.
Yeah.
In conflict.
Yeah, 100%. I'm totally down. I think Rosa is probably going to win the title at Revolution. It wouldn't surprise me. Okay, so next up was, of course, the main event, and it was Bryan Danielson versus Daniel Garcia. So obviously Bryan Danielson posted a promo beforehand saying that how Daniel Garcia needs to leave 2.0 and he wants violence. I'm going to show him violence. 2.0, after getting thrown out of the Battle Royale, they were backstage and like doing a hellacious, furious promo, saying, Daniel Garcia is going to take you to town, and he's going to show you up, all this kind of stuff.
You want a taste of 2.0 action?
Yeah, just go to Tuesdays.
Do you think they actually think to themselves, like, could we win a lawsuit for copyright infringement?
Maybe. It would surprise me. Somehow. What, you mean WWE going for it? Or you mean 2.0?
Nah, 2.0. Let 2.0 have Wrestlers Court. Make it a weekly segment on BTE.
Wrestlers Court. Yeah, I'll be down for that. That'll be a nice little bit of TV. But yeah, this match was hard hitting, technical, as expected.
Mm-hmm.
Daniel Garcia, it wasn't a squash match. And that's the thing with Bryan Danielson. He's even though he won this match, spoilers, he actually won the match. It's not to the point where he squashed them. It's a way to enhance talent as well. And that's what he promised to do. And it was a great back and forth match. Daniel Garcia got in some offense. Bryan Danielson obviously got his. Lots of stomps, lots of body parts bending and all that stuff. It was a great match. What did you
New Japan style? That was it. That's what I say it was. Good
New Japan style, yeah. 100%. Yeah. Yeah, there's nothing more I can say about it, really. So yeah, of course, like I said, Bryan Danielson won it. He basically said that he asked the crowd. He actually did well. Did you all think he did well? There was a couple boos in the crowd. It was like, nah, he sucked. I was like, okay, fair enough. But anyway, he's
fickle wrestling fans are
fickle. You're all fickle. So he's basically said like he's got also regarding Jon Moxley. He says that he doesn't join people unless they bleed together. Really weird ritual type of thing. It was like, fine, you're on. I'll face you at Revolution. And hopefully we can run this company together, or some other stuff at the end. My mind's gone blank. But yeah, so that's another match that is basically booked for Revolution. Jon Moxley versus Bryan Danielson. What are your thoughts on that? Are you down for that?
Fuck yeah, I'm down for that. Who the fuck would not be down for that? Bryan and Mox. Give them like a 30-minute Iron Man New Japan strong GCW extreme type style match. I'm all for it.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be great. It's gonna definitely be. It's gonna be hard hitting and just grim. That's what I can say on that. On that note. So, so far the Revolution pay-per-view is pretty stacked. There's currently 9 matches booked. So it's gonna be a lengthy pay-per-view. So of course there's Jade Cargill versus Ty Conti for the AEW TBS Championship. There's of course, like I said, the Face of the Revolution match. Keith Lee versus Wardlow versus Powerhouse Hobbs versus Ricky Starks. And I already know who won, because there's also another match booked on Rampage between Orange Cassidy and Anthony Bowens. So I already know the results on that one. I don't know if I should spoil it here. Do you want to know, or should I keep quiet?
Spoilers. You Paul Heyman now with your spoilers.
Yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna do it. So yeah, basically, what?
I was like, everyone, cover your ears.
Everyone, cover your ears.
Spoilers.
So I'm gonna do it in 3, 2, 1. So it was Orange Cassidy that actually qualifies.
Holy shit! I am not shocked at all.
All that anticipation is built up. Just yeah. So that's Keith Lee, Wardlow, Powerhouse Hobbs, Ricky Starks. What the name I just said, and one more spot left.
You've got all those muscle men, Starks athletic as shit, and then just Orange Cassidy.
Yeah, I know, right?
Lazy ass motherfucker is just like gonna, like all the big meat men are gonna like pile on top of each other, just like collapse, and Orange is gonna stand over them and climb up them and just reach for it.
100%. It's gonna be hilarious. I wouldn't surprise me if he somehow wins it. But yeah, so that was that match. There's Jurassic Express versus Red Dragon. And then there's obviously one more spot for the 3-way tag team match for the AEW World Tag Team Championship. There is the AHFO, which is consisting of Andrade El Idolo, Matt Hardy, and Isaiah Cassidy versus Sting, Sammy Guevara, and Darby Allin. Such a random tag team match.
Mate, I'm gonna see Sting wrestle live. Holy shit!
And right? Oh yeah, you lucky motherfucker. Anyway,
I'm turning heel with all my luck and glory of seeing these icons wrestle, and you scrubs have to sit here and watch it in your comfy little homes. Not have to spend money on plane tickets, accommodation. I may be in the red and negative, but I got the style, baby.
he is on one, ladies and gentlemen. Flipping out, yeah, basically. So yeah, there was that match. There's Chris Jericho versus Eddie Kingston. There's Bryan Danielson versus John Moxley. There is CM Punk versus MJF in a dog collar match. Britt Baker versus Thunder Rosa for the AEW World Championship, Women's World Championship, and of course Hangman Adam Page versus Adam Cole for the AEW World Championship match. This is gonna be a long night. I know it's gonna be a long night. It's not WrestleMania 2019 long, but it's gonna be a long night.
Oh no, no.
Yeah, I was there. That was fucking terrible. I'm sorry, that was terrible that night.
You must have felt like shit.
Huh?
You must have felt like shit after it.
I was tired. I wanted to go home, but the transportation was horrible. We didn't get home till like 3-4 a.m. because they didn't send out enough coaches to go and pick us up because the MetLife Stadium is in the middle of nowhere. So you got to get from New York into Manhattan, but in this middle of nowhere. And yeah, they didn't have the bus services were shut down at 12, and WWE didn't bother to take out enough to pull out more money to bring out more transportation. So we was waiting for
budget cuts.
Budget cuts, yeah. And Uber was obviously, imagine this is what, a 90,000 seater arena, so everyone's getting Uber. Prices of Sprite spiking up. Yeah, it was absolutely horrible. It was raining.
I've booked my accommodation like an hour from the complex, so I'm just gonna walk it, bro. I'm just gonna walk it.
Fucking hell!
I'm a cheap bastard. I will do any way to save money.
You're definitely saving money there, bro. You're gonna be like, yeah, this is kind of long still. Taxi.
Tag me out.
So yeah, that is a stacked card. And this is in Orlando, Florida as well. Oh, you're gonna love Orlando. Orlando's beautiful.
I've been there multiple times. It's amazing.
Oh, so yeah, that's like my second home. I love Orlando. So yeah, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be good. But going back to Dynamite overall, I think it was a solid episode. Can't say anything bad about it. Overall, we give a rating out of 10 for each show or pay-per-view that we do. Out of 10, what would you give this episode of Dynamite Soul?
I would give this episode of Dynamite an 4 + 4 an 8.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I was about to say, I was like, what? I was processing there. Yeah, that's a good number. I agree with that. I would say it's a solid 8 as well. Nothing groundbreaking, but it was enjoyable. A bit more serviceable than what Raw was on Monday, which actually wasn't too bad. I mean, it's been worse before, but
wasn't Logan Paul on Raw?
Yeah. Besides that, there was some. That
makes it a 0, mate. I don't give 2 shit. Austin could come back. That makes the show a 0.
But he's dashing though. He's dashing.
Chaos. Enough. No. Hit Logan Paul. 0. End of story.
So hold on. He's going to be in a tag team match at Mania. Is that pay-per-view or that night? Is that a 0 for you then? Yeah.
Of course.
Oh my God. Okay, say no more. That's your rate. That's your rate for WrestleMania. Probably 1. Everybody. So yeah, it should be fun.
It's done. It's dusted. It's put it away and keep it away with.
This was Soul's reaction as soon as you saw Logan Paul come out.
Not cool. Totally lame.
That was his reaction as soon as he saw that Titantron come up saying Logan Paul.
Not cool. Totally lame.
Fuck's sake.
So
and then apparently we're getting Knoxville versus Sami Zayn for the IC title at Mania as well.
Not cool. Totally lame.
The guy recently had a brain hemorrhage from getting gored by a bull. You don't need that guy to be in Jesus Christ. Whatever.
Thank God I'm not in Mania live because I would hate that shit.
So we're getting 2 celebrity matches at Mania. They're going a bit stupendous with this. They get a bit stupid. What when I say stupendous, I mean stupid with it. Well, let's hope that doesn't happen. But
It's
yeah.
WWE. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen probably. But yeah, we're not talking about WWE right now. We're talking about
Fuck
AEW.
that. Fuck the shit company. We'll talk about good shit right now. Let's talk about good shit.
So yeah, 8 so 8 out of 10. I agree. I'm gonna give that also an 8 out of 10 as well. Solid 8 from AEW. Can't complain about it. Bring on next week. Bring on Rampage. Yeah, see what happens at Rampage.
Well, before we go, I want to talk about Double or Nothing actually,
Of
because
course.
have you looked at the arena that they've picked
The
for
T-Mobile Arena? Yep. The UFC. That's actually UFC's home.
Holy shit, that's a lot of people in there.
Yes, that is. When I saw T-Mobile, I was like, "Oof, okay."
A lot of people have been wanting Tony to like, oh come on for the big pay-per-views, pick up the pace, go from these 8,000s to like maybe 12,000 or 10, and then Tony Khan just does a snort of coke and a White Claw, and he's like, "Fuck it, Tony."
Yeah, that was a nice welcome chair. Obviously, at least he's playing it safe. At least he didn't do like what TNA did. They thought, "Yep, let's go straight head to head with Monday Night Raw, and let's go on the road and hire these big arenas." When we could barely fill out Universal Studios to do that. So yeah, he played it safe, went for these small arenas, and that he's going no big for one of his big pay-per-views. At least he can say that, Double or Nothing, and I guess All Out. Yeah, those are his 2 big pay-per-views. So
you think they'll sell it out? You think they'll sell at the arena?
110%, especially if they get something huge before then. Or I would say they're going to sell it out.
Maybe,
if not,
maybe if they get Okada versus Danielson.
Maybe, maybe. They need some big names for it to definitely sell out.
I mean, they could just do Hangman Page versus Hook for the title. That would probably sell out the whole thing because it's Hook.
Oh, it's too soon for Hook though. It's too
Everyone
soon.
Hook. Push him. You don't build it up naturally. You just push him. You do a TNA and you put him right in the title picture.
Makes sense. Yeah, makes sense. Yeah. Has he debuted on Dynamite yet? I can't remember.
No,
he hasn't. It's still on Rampage. Okay, fair enough. Let me just see what was the card for last year. So the card was Serena Deeb versus Rio, Hangman Adam Page versus Brian. Oh, this was the first event that Krause came back. So Hangman Adam Page versus Brian Cage. Young Bucks against John Moxley and Eddie Kingston. Jungle Boy versus Christian. Oh, Jungle Boy won the Casino Battle Royale. Yep. Cody Rhodes versus Anthony Ogogo. Yeah, that. Miro versus Lance Archer. That's when he had the bag. He was like throwing it.
God, I miss Miro.
I miss Miro, man. Come back soon. Britt Baker versus Hikaru Shida. Darby Allin versus Sting. Darby Allin and Sting defeated the Men of the Year. And Kenny Omega versus Orange Cassidy and Pac. That was a great match. And and was this the Stadium Stampede? Inner Circle versus Pinnacle. Yeah. That was a decent pay-per-view. It had some big moments.
How crazy is it looking back on that? Like that's not even a year, and look how much AEW has changed.
Yeah.
Fucking
that's facts. That's good. Like it's a revolving door of new stars and people getting chances and whatnot. I can't fault it.
I still find it funny that Brian Cage lasted longer than Cody Rhodes.
That's hilarious.
Bring him back,
Brian Cage, man.
Bring him back as that gimmick. Just for one, I don't give a shit if it's just one spot on Dark or Elevation, but just have him cut a promo like, "Way."
I'll be down for that, for real. But yeah, it's looking good, looking promising. That's what we got to say about Revolution and of course Double or Nothing. Looking forward to it. And are you gonna get tickets for that one?
Oh, we'll see. When
is it hosting actually? Once
May 16th.
May 16th. Yeah, I won't be able to do that one. Okay.
Boo.
You got lives. I'm sorry.
Boo. This is wrestling. It trumps your life. Boo.
I know. It's May 29th.
Oh, fuck it then.
Yeah, May 29th. Yeah. Okay. In that case, no, I'm joking. No, it should be good. Can't wait for that. Oh yeah, apparently the Owen Hart is going to be starting on that night. I think it's the final.
Oh,
The Owen
wow.
Hart Cup.
So the
Yeah.
final will be a double or nothing then.
Yes.
I kind of
Yeah.
want it to be in Calgary. Like I think a lot of people did, just like their first Canada show. You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
But hey, we're getting it anyway. That's the main thing.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing. So yeah, that's our thoughts on that. So yeah, we come to the end of the show. My mind's gone blank. I don't know what the fuck to say. Okay, yeah, of course. As always, thank you very much, Soul, for joining us on this episode.
Always good to be here. The next time you see me, I'll probably be in Orlando, Florida, getting to see Sting and Punk and Bryan and Mox wrestle live.
And that might be the last time you see Soul on this channel.
Yeah, because I'll move over to Orlando and watch pay-per-views all the time in live celebration.
Watching it constantly at the Daily's place and throwing eggs at the Performance Center.
Justice.
But yeah, all in all, obviously, if we don't do another stream, which I shouldn't see why not, then of course, we're gonna do another stream. We got SmackDown and we got another week of Dynamite. Well, what is it you're moving? Flying out there? Is it before Dynamite?
March 2nd.
March 2nd. Okay, yeah. So yeah, we can squeeze in one more. I think, yeah, we could do something. Unless something major happens before then, like Cody Rhodes shows up on SmackDown or something, then of course we are definitely doing the stream. So, but yeah, enough talk. That has been this episode of Take It to the Table. I have been your host, Chaos. He has been Soul. Until next time, guys. Peace.
All the best.